Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we will be taking a look at the IGO-M RDA. For those of you who do not know what an RDA is, that is a rebuildable dripping atomizer, and yes, this is another vaping video for those of you who are concerned about that. I purchased this at my local vaping shop, Vapor 99, and yes, it is a clone. So let's take a close look. Now again, this is a clone, and the real ones generally cost about $45 to $50. This is the, I guess, the Mag Bay distributor clone, and this could be had online for as cheap as $12, but you can see what I paid for at my local vape shop, Vapor 99. And it's $22.99. And why would I pay that much money? Well, first of all, I like to support my local business. Number two, I can walk into the place and walk out with it same day. Whereas if I bought it online, I'm going to have to wait, and it's probably going to come from China. So we're talking about a 1 month wait. And again, you want that local shop around, because if you do need something quick, they're there. If you don't support them, they will not be there when you need them. Okay, I am getting off that soapbox and getting into the review. Now, I'm trying to get the stuff out of the thing. Alright, so I think that's everything in the box. It's a nice box. Little simulated Velcro, or, I'm sorry, felt. Little plastic window. I don't know. Nice box. So here is the RDA, and we'll go ahead and, you know, it's very hard. Oh, it's not hard to disassemble, but there's a look. And if you notice, it didn't come with a drip tip, so we're going to have to grab one of those here in a couple. You can see we have two gaskets around the bottom. We have some. It's a dual coil RDA, obviously, and I think you can actually set this up for a quad. I think it is possible. Now, one of the dead giveaways that this is a clone is, you see Phillips screws there. The real one has Allen screws, and I think the spacing between the posts are slightly different. Now, what makes this an incredible RDA is you have these deep wells with these cutouts right here, by the way, and those coincide with these holes. You have 3 on each side, so you have a total of 6 holes. So what you do is when you put this on, you'll twist it, and we'll do that here shortly, and you can open up, you know, 2, 4, or 6 of those holes as you turn. Also included with this purchase is a Phillips screwdriver and some extra Phillips screws, 2 of them, which just went flying here. We have 2 Wiccan coils, and I'm going to use those for the setup. I'm going to use this just as it came. And we have 2 extra gaskets. These things do eventually wear out, so it's nice of them to include it. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and don't expect a professional build here, but I'm just going to build it like an ordinary person would build it out of the box. So there you have it, the most amateur build I could possibly do. I'm happy just to be able to get the coil into the holes. It's very hard when you have 50-year-old eyes. Now, one problem I had was the Phillips screwdriver that they provided really almost slipped inside some of these Phillips screws. So I would say, oh, that one's still loose. I'd say toss this and get a real Phillips screwdriver to tweak things down. And I have a feeling that these screws will strip relatively easy, so go ahead and just take note of that. Now I have a ohm meter here, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this. And I actually built it on this. This actually makes a good holder while I'm building these RDAs. So let's see what I have here. Okay, 1.1 ohm. Woo! Okay, let me make sure that's stable and there's nothing moving in there. Okay, really good. And again, I just used the coils and the wick that came with this. So The next thing I want to do is just go ahead and throw this on top of my magneto clone. So my IGO-M clone on top of my magneto clone. Clone meets clone. Alright, let's go ahead and fire this just a little bit just to see how that looks and make sure they're looking good there. Helps if it's in focus. Alright, so it looks like we have some good heat there. Now, let's try some juice here. I happen to have some juice here that was passed on to me by Vapor Cave. Vapor Cave. So we're going to go ahead and try that out. As a matter of fact, I have here Mysterious Cherry, Creamy Peaches, and Strawberry Banana. These are early runs. This company is still, you know, just getting it all together. Their website actually wasn't up when I tried it yesterday, but their Facebook site is. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Facebook website down below so you can check them out, and we'll see how this early run here tastes. But even with their, you know, early run label here, I like that they have, you know, the amount of milligrams, the created on date. I like how they're putting K's instead of C's as part of their little gimmick here, and the warning for children, and you know, all kinds of things. Looks like it's a VG-PG blend. So I'm just going to go ahead and wet these wicks down. And yeah, it actually is kind of thick there. Might actually be a little more VG than PG. Is this all VG? I could be, it says vegetable glycerin and propylene glycerol, so it's claiming to be a blend, so, but I think it's heavier on the VG. Alright. This is probably the lowest ohm coil I've ever made, so I need to be careful. I don't know what my battery's rated at, so we're playing with a little bit of danger. So I'm not going to fire this up too long. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, so we have vapor. And so I'm going to go ahead and pop the cover on, find a dripper, and we'll go ahead and try this out. I think I'm also going to replace the battery. There we go. I popped in my Samsung battery just so you could see the difference a battery obviously can make. So you can see these holes here. Again, if you just turn this, you can see how it closes the 2 and the 1, and it's doing that on both sides. So also keep in mind, if you turn it this way, if you don't have it tight on your mod, you might start unscrewing it, so you might want to always just turn it in this one direction. Now, to test out this cloud making ability that supposedly this has, this legendary huge cloud maker, I'm going to go ahead and leave all the holes open, and I just got a quick dripper here, and we'll try it out. Some specs really quick. We have a 8.5 millimeter hole here to put your drip tip. This thing has 6 airflow holes. It has 510 threading, which you saw here already. By the way, the diameter of this, the external part, you can find these anywhere between 22 and 28.5 millimeter. The pin on the bottom of the 510 connection is not spring-loaded, and also you could find these in all different colors like gold, black, copper, and silver. Whoa. I got my really old man goggles on. These are like my super magnifiers because it's just hard for me to see all this little stuff. Anyway, we're going to be vaping, like I said, Vapor Crave Facebook website below. And also I want to thank Mike from the 80s Podcast channel, also Dude Jerky. And I'm going to provide the link below to his YouTube channel because he sort of passed this information on to this company to send me this juice, and I really appreciate it. But more importantly, more than a couple years ago, I've done a shout out for him, and he is really a absolutely incredible personality, and I never miss one of his videos. And if you enjoy my channel, I think you would really enjoy Mike at the 80s Podcast channel. He actually has a lot more charisma and personality than I do. He's an absolute trip, and a pleasure to watch his channel. Now, let's get back to the IGO-M Clone. Holy crap, this is definitely the biggest cloud maker I've ever made, and I built it very amateuristically, which is my capability with what came with this. I didn't do coils on a cotton cloud or special anything. It's just the crappy things that came with the clone. So you can imagine if you actually put good quality coils and wicking material in this thing, it would probably be absolutely incredible. But another thing, when you have this wide open, it's like breathing through a huge snorkel. It's wide open. Wow! I'll tell you what, if I decide to do a cloud making contest at Vapor 99, which I really want to do, I think I got my rig. I just can't stop laughing because it's so incredible. Also, this juice is very good. It is very good. Strawberry banana. Definitely tastes like strawberry banana, and I think that the intensity of the flavor is just right. Obviously, it has very good vapor production. It seems to be a little heavier on the VG than the PG. I can't stop laughing. Really incredible. I just had that with one hole on each side open. Now, another way to get good vapor production, supposedly, watching Grim Green, is he does this carburetor effect where you're sucking here and you're also sucking some air in your mouth on the side. Wow. Actually, I got a little bit of a throat here, and this is 0 milligram because it's just so much. Well, I think it definitely lives up to its reputation. The IGO-M Clone is a serious cloud maker. Man, all is good in the vapey world. As a matter of fact, speaking of vape and vaping, that word, vape, has been officially entered into the Oxford Dictionary. So we have a little bit of validation on our passion, our hobby, our addiction. Okay, again, please check out please check out Mike at the 80s Podcast channel. Also, please check out Vapor Cave. The juice is really good, and I think you'll like it. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you, and I hope you have a great evening. Take care. Bye.